Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel Professional Lectures. I hope you all will be fine. Dear viewers, in the previous lecture I had discussed the uh, chapter number 1, introduction of pathology, core of pathology, different diseases, pathogenicity. Also I had discussed the cellular injury plus cellular adaptation, mechanism of cellular adaptation like atrophy, hypertrophy, hyperplasia and metaplasia. But now in this video I will discuss cell injury, that how cell injury occur, and in this lecture video I will discuss necrosis because in the previous lecture video cell injury is also discussed. So as necrosis is the sequence of morphological changes that occur in living tissue after cell death. Necrosis is equal to cell death plus morphological changes. So mechanism of necrosis is there are two ways that cause the basic morphological changes of necrosis, like enzymatic degradation of cell and denaturation of protein. So in this process there are two ways. On two ways necrosis occur. In enzymatic degradation of the cell, in this process the hydrolytic enzymes are released from the lysosomes of the invading white blood cells that convert proteins of cell into liquid. While during denaturation of proteins, in this process the proteins of the cell denatured, including the enzymatic proteins, thus blocking the cellular proteolysis, and this way the cellular outlines are retained. If you talk about the types of necrosis, so there are two basic types of necrosis. One is basic type and the second one is special type. So the basic type of necrosis are coagulative necrosis, liquefactive necrosis and caseous necrosis, while the special type of necrosis are fat necrosis, fabric sac necrosis and gangrenous necrosis. So coagulative necrosis, in this type the injury and acidosis denature the cellular proteins or blocks the cellular proteolysis. As a result the cellular details are preserved. So denaturation of protein is the basic mechanism of coagulative necrosis. It occurs in solid organs, that is kidney, heart. It is usually due to hypoxia. Examples are myocardial infarction like heart attack, hypoxic necrosis in all tissue except brain. Liquefactive necrosis, in this type of necrosis the hydrolytic enzymes convert the cellular proteins into liquid, therefore it is characterized by softening and liquefaction of tissue. So enzymatic degradation of proteins is the basic mechanism of liquefactive necrosis. Example of ischemic necrosis of brain, supportive inflammation and ischemic necrosis of brain. These two examples are the example of the liquefactive necrosis. So in caseous necrosis, it is the combination of both coagulative and liquefactive necrosis. It is characterized by the presence of soft, dry, cheesy, homogeneous necrotic material. Like coagulative necrosis, it is not liquefied, and like liquefactive necrosis, cellular outlines are not preserved. Example is the tuberculosis granuloma. While fat necrosis, it occurs in two forms. Traumatic fat necrosis, which is benign condition that occurs when the cells die due to trauma. It is due to severe injury to fatty tissues, that is breast, subcutaneous tissue and the abdominal tissue. While enzymatic fat necrosis, in enzymatic fat necrosis, fat breakdown due to pancreatic enzymes, pancreatic lipase like trypsin and amylase. It is the necrosis in the adipose tissue. It is due to the action of pancreatic enzymes like trypsin, amylase and pancreatic lipase. So that are released from pancreas due to trauma or inflammation. So these enzymes are released in trauma and are in inflammation, and they can degrade the adipose tissues. The next one and the last one on the type of necrosis is fibrinite necrosis. So fibrinite necrosis is the death of cells and vessel in bleeding and due to bleeding and internal damage. It is a connective tissue necrosis that particularly affects the arterial walls. It is characterized by loss of normal structure. It is replaced by a homogeneous bright pink staining necrotic material that look like fibrin. Examples are autoimmune diseases like grave disease, arthritis, type 2 diabetes, and many other. So while the second example is the malignant hypertension. So malignant hypertension is that type of hypertension in which high blood pressure is accompanied with combination with organ damage, in which both organ damage and high blood pressure occur. So these are all the type of necrosis. So dear viewers, dear students, in this video we had discussed the necrosis, mechanism of necrosis, types of necrosis, basic and special type of necrosis, and we had discussed the types of necrosis: coagulative necrosis, liquefactive necrosis, caseous necrosis, fibrinite necrosis, and fat necrosis. Also we had discussed the types of the fat necrosis like traumatic fat necrosis and enzymatic fat necrosis. So our next topic will be in the next video will be pigmentation, types of pigmentation, and hyperpigmentation, hypopigmentation, hyperpigmentation, and there another topic will be pathological calcification, dystrophic calcification, and metastatic calcification, and the difference between these both types of calcification. So if you want to enjoy my lecture videos, if you want to further watch my lecture videos, then you have to subscribe my YouTube channel Professional Lecture, so that you will easily get my upcoming video notification. So please do subscribe my YouTube channel Professional Lectures. Thank you so much for watching my video.